should be about ready to start. I think everything's set up on my end. There we go. And I think we're good to go. Alright, so we're either going to finish it this episode or next episode. No, definitely not this one. There's a whole other segment of the game that I forgot about. So never mind. We probably might even have 3 more streams to go before we finish this game. We still have to chase the Sorax. We have the whole sequence in Caer Kiflin where we get ambushed if I rest in the right spot. Then there's the final battle. Still like 3 more chapters.
I think this is what the crown showed me. Obviously. Do you feel anything else? I'm afraid not. That's a problem. Let's go back to the council. We have to tell them.
Huh. My Druid and Paladin have become one. Maybe the sequence of events is in a different order than I thought. Yeah, that's right. We travel... Never mind. Yeah, I had it mixed up. Still don't think we'll finish it this stream. But we'll see. I have, what, 3, 4 more fights left? If we don't hit a random encounter here. One of which I could skip if I wanted to, but I didn't get it... Didn't get to do it last time. So we'll do it this time. Alright, it's up here. No quest marker for it.
Three gems missing?
Perhaps they've been destroyed.
We tested the first one. It can't be done.
They must be magically concealed.
So the crown must remain incomplete?
Maybe the Sorax have the missing gems. After all, they attacked you more than once. They're clearly still after the crown.
If you can't find the gems, why keep the crown out there? It'll just keep attracting the Sorax. The attunement, remember? I'm sorry, senior deputies, but despite the attunement, I believe the crown should be secured. And secured by more than 4 adventurers who spend their nights camped in the Badlands.
We can't do that to them. They have served the council faithfully.
Don't be naive. We are facing a major threat. You understand the meaning of sacrifice, and so should they.
We've searched the Badlands for these gems at our own risk.
We trusted you to keep your word and leave us the crown.
If I may, I think we need more time to consider the situation. More time? How much time? Maybe just give it a night.
I could use the day to consult with my people.
So could I.
Fine then. Anyone against?
Thank you, Lord Danantar. The Legacy Council is now adjourned.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Typical. Sat there on their pretty chairs. Doesn't matter if I die.
This is wrong.
We could run.
What's the point? We know what's at stake.
They're right about one thing. The Sorax will keep coming after us. After the crown.
We could retrace our steps. Go back to where we found the gems. Perhaps there's a trail we overlooked.
There's nothing anymore. I can't feel another gem anywhere.
Excuse me, senior deputies.
Master Surespell.
I would advise you to avoid the palace residence tonight.
What? Why?
I'm not at liberty to say. Just trust me. You have your lodgings at the Gravekeep's Cask. You should spend the night there.
Are you crazy? Or are you up to something?
Are you really working for the Arcaneum?
Why else would I be here?
There's one other sequence I forgot about.
This elf is...
What do you think?
It sounds like a warning.
or a threat.
Can we trust him?
Trust the new Empire?
I have no idea what to do, but I'd like to sleep in a bed tonight.
I miss Carol's beer. And Merton's sweet talk. I'd prefer the residence. I like Captain Ironshell kissing me goodnight.
Maybe in your dreams.
Alright, so we are going to stay the night over here. Assume I might have turned down a good scrap. Like, quick save first.
Your rooms are ready.
Alright. I forget, do I need food to rest in the residence? Oh, we're all split up too. Huh. Well, we could do... Let's get an elemental out instead. Why is the bear paired up with my paladin? Shouldn't he be with my my druid?
Again, harder.
Well, good news is the Sorax are not nearly as tough as they used to be. Other good news, my Earth Elemental did exactly what he was supposed to do. He tanked a ton of damage. He's gonna die here, but that's okay. He did what he was supposed to. He might be in a little bit of trouble. If I can Misty Step him out here and use a Mind Twist,
Walk it off.
then we'll be in pretty good shape. He's using it from here. Yeah, it's not gonna be worth it. So what I might do instead. No, he can get over here behind the barbarian. Even better.
Oh, a fine stroke.
Alright, so let's finish off this guy. And then I'll worry about guardian spirits. No weird room to fight in. It's matter which way I angle it.
Deal with it.
Action is getting blocked.
No.
It's weird they're so eager to focus on the summons.
Hold firm. You've endured worse.
Don't you dare. Haha, he failed. You try, loser. Alright, let's take care of this guy. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the elemental at this point. It's not there anymore. Don't hit my own character, so let's do it like this, I think.
Light, my friend. Ah!
Whoa! More coming your way.
How much damage did that do? 80. Okay. Seems like a reasonable amount of damage.
Another victory.
Probably one-shot this guy with Smite. Oh, Spirit Guardians will finish him. Don't need to worry about it anymore.
That That was unlucky.
Alright, we can pick her back up. Okay.
Ha! Take that, you fiend!
Nice, good damage. We counter him again. They're wasting his turns. Wait, they're in bright light. How's he regenerating?
I trained hard for this.
Oh, this is considered unlit? Also, what are these guys doing?
Wah! Ah! Whoa! No quarter given. Ah! Lucky? Perhaps. Most unfortunate.
Well, that was a shame.
Bravo! Victory is yours. Sorax! Right here in our damn room. We were warned.
Sure spell? How did he know?
His warning might have saved us all, mind you. He just wants us to think he's a friend. Too far-fetched.
What's the plan then?
We will return to the council and hear what they have to say.
Or we could pay Sure Spell a visit.
Yeah, I think we'll start with that second one. Get our bear back out. Oops. Wrong person. I have to rest up a few times since we used Raise Dead on her instead of Revivify. Alright, one more rest and we should be back up to snuff. Then we go visit Surespell, who sends us on a whole nother quest that I forgot completely about. I don't think there's any fighting in it, though. Pretty sure it's just like a go here, look at this, and then come back sort of thing. Also, I wish I could comment on how the guards didn't help at all, despite a Sorak running right past them. In fact, they watched the Sorak run by, then my barbarian sprint past, and killed him right beside him, actually. So...
Oh, here you are.
That's right. Surprised?
Not really. I did warn you, after all. I'm glad you were careful.
How did you know?
Call it a hunch.
You can't expect us to believe that.
Oh, I have friends who gather information. The threat felt credible. I thought it wise to share.
It felt real enough for us too.
You know more than you're telling.
Always. But I'm on your side, and that's all that matters.
Really? Are we lucky? So, what other pearls of wisdom do you have to share, friend?
Certainly. Always drink wine at the Gravekeep's cask. Their beer is utterly foul.
Oh, seriously? Everyone knows that.
But clearly you're here for business, not small talk.
For the brief pause, I had to sneeze, and so I muted my microphone. Alright. Maybe we don't get the quest because we didn't save Dalton. So I'm pretty sure Surespell knows Dalton, but since he's not here, instead we have... Oh, I guess they don't even show up here, do they? I think I completely just... Oh, Robar. So we saved Robar, and... Maybe she doesn't show up. If you save... I don't remember her name now. There's a dwarf you save, who's aligned with the antiquarians, and then there's Dalton, who stands down here. So maybe you shouldn't save Robar and the other girl, which I highly recommend not doing anyway because they're useless. And if you save the dwarf, you get a cleric in your party.
Honorable delegates, please be seated. The Legacy Council is now in session. Chancellor Gormsdotter has the floor.
Thank you, Protector. Honorable Council members.
Here you go.
We at the Guild of Antiquarians
Well, it's still
have
in
come
business,
to
so
an
it can't be that
agreement
bad.
regarding the quest for the gems of the
Unless it's
crown
just cheap.
of the Magister. We believe that the crown should be secured, and therefore surrendered by its current owners, in exchange for a generous payment, raised by all parties in the council.
You can't.
You will wait for your turn to speak, Senior Deputy.
We searched the Badlands for these gems, and now you're just taking the crown away from us?
Order!
We are well aware of your reservations, and we understand them. Yet, from what I heard, all parties have agreed that you should comply, for the security of all.
Security? You talk of security? What security? Just last night, Sorax attacked our quarters in the residence.
What?
Sorax? Here in Kir Kiflin?
In the palace?
Order!
Immediate action is needed.
Well, find the damned Thorax then!
please, my lords.
You! Where are your paladins?
Where are your wizards and their divination spells?
Stop it! None of this is helping. Lord Sunblaze, you're supposed to be neutral here. Someone must introduce a formal request.
Right. Apologies. You're right. Let's vote. Only senior members, please. Those for securing the crown, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Nay.
Nay.
Well, we have a majority.
We'll help you with the attunement issue.
Whoa, wait! Who's gonna take the crown? And where? Well, the most secure location would be the Temple of Aena, of course. The Hearth. Of course! Right here in Caer Kiflin. Neutral ground, of course. But still, the Principality of Masgarth is the center of Solasta.
Do you have a better idea, Dean Fasek?
We have secure locations too. How many high-ranking paladins in your tower, Fasek? More than actual wizards in your school.
Order! Remember the dignity of your positions, my lords. Senior deputies, if you please. The council has spoken.
Hey Vigo, while you're here, do you want to be a moderator for the channel? It's not actually any work involved, it's more of an honorary position. But I was gonna ask some of the more senior viewers if they wanted to be moderators. I mean, chat doesn't get out of hand, so you never really have to do anything. But I think you get an icon next to your name when you type. If you're interested.
This is a mistake. We are bound to the crown.
Let's see if I can do
You
that
are
real
sworn
fast.
deputies. You must comply. Thank you, honored delegates.
Alright.
The council
Says you're a
is
moderator.
now
See if
in
you can
recess.
type something to see if it shows anything next to your name.
How could they?
It can't end like this. I can hear it. Calling.
Senior deputies, please, a word.
Summer, what do you want? Your Chancellor led the charge against us in there.
I'm truly sorry, but I have some information that might interest you.
I doubt it.
It's about the secret cult of Arivad.
What?
I admit, this is second-hand intelligence, but still...
Speak up.
One of my people saw a man with a tattoo.
The letter
Alright,
A.
cool. Yeah, you got
Yes.
a little blue wrench
He
next to your
followed the
name.
man all day, and to a gathering that night, in a remote village to the south.
What village?
It's called Earcorn. Very small, but you'll find it easily on any local map.
Thank you, Halman.
You're welcome. Someone must take care of these cultists. And the council, well, you know.
Yes, we do.
I'm so sorry.
Why? You didn't betray us.
I understand how they see things, but
Something's wrong with the council.
the council's still young. Everyone is angling for influence.
It's alright, I have,
academics
I have full authority.
Are better than clashing
If you do
armies.
something, it should tell me
Only Ergotine supported us.
whether or not I can approve it
I
or
mean,
not.
beside you.
So,
Why would the new Empire be the only friend we have in there?
Ergotine's a moderate, it's true. But the new empire is such
I'm
a
still
plans
the
within
ruler
plans.
here.
It's hard to say whether he was following orders or voting his conscience. I wouldn't read too much into
Got
his
any big
vote,
plans
at
for the
least now.
holidays, Vigo?
It didn't change anything, anyway. But what about you? How are you coping without the crown?
Better than I expected. Same for me, actually. It almost feels like we still have the crown. Exactly. We lost its magical power, but the voice is still calling.
Interesting. So the attunement is unaffected by physical separation.
Keep the crown safe, Marshal, will you please?
You have my word.
He's not going to do it. Alright, so we have to go to Earcorn, which is not the best name I've heard for a town.
Hey, you!
Not drowning in your beer today, Arwen?
No, wait, they took the crown from you?
How do you know that?
How? You really think I'm just a drunk? The whole principality knows you have that crown. I mean, had.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, we're just doing dinner, I
Something's
think,
not
tomorrow.
right.
You think we need you
With
to
one
tell us?
family, then my in-laws on
I mean,
Saturday.
something's up. Something big.
What? Exactly.
They're here.
Who? The Sorax?
Not them. They're pawns.
You're drunk.
What is wrong with you? Haven't you seen enough? Didn't you see what they can do to people? At first I thought you were just another bunch of brainless council lackeys. But you've seen their ways. In Coperin and plenty other places, I'm sure. The way they get into people's heads. I've watched the people of Caer Kiflin for 10 years. I've felt a change. Slow, subtle. Until now, it's getting stronger, and I can't let them win.
So what? You're ready to become a hero again?
I can still
How far have you gotten?
Are you offering to join us?
You brought back my sword. That blade and I. You've slayed countless abominations down there in the Badlands. You helped me get closure for my lost child. You were at my side when we took down the Remoras. Yes, I'd like to join you.
I think we're about to hit, or I'm about to hit Act 4. Pretty sure I'm about to do like the final dungeon before Act 4.
Fine. Come with us.
Haha, now you're talking.
Alright, got the whole posse together. Let's go to Earcord. I forgot, you're playing the, are you playing the Kinetic Knight? The Gwenius themed Kinetic Knight?
This is it? Earcorn.
Look, a farm. And another. High adventure. I love it.
Some headquarters. Dark cults aren't what they used to be.
But it could be hiding a small group of infiltrators. Let us examine the area in search of clues.
What? No tavern? That's suspicious for a start.
That was my line.
Quiet, if you please. Let discretion be our watchword.
He's a pretty tall dude, isn't he? He's as tall as my half-orc. Because my sorcerer's a human. It's a shame that with the Kinetic Knight you can't choose what model your weapon is. Like if you could choose something like a spear, a sword, a hammer. Because they obviously have the mechanic in place because Finian can be any weapon. It'd be cool if you could have a spear wielding Kinetic Knight. Yeah, I'm still split about my future playthroughs. I might do a Kinetic Knight, or I might do well, I have a hard time picking a class for my Trickster playthrough. I have one in mind, but the class doesn't really speak to me. I think it's actually the worst version of that. It's the worst archetype for that class.
I have something.
Footprints? Really? It's a village. People live here.
Your villagers have claws.
Sorax, this is it. Be ready for anything.
Granted, Kinetic Knight isn't really a good trickster class either, so... Yeah, my Lich, I'm going to do an Eldritch Knight. I'm going to do a... So it's gonna be a melee Lich. All my builds are gonna be melee focused, so... Really excited about that. I'm gonna do like a Death Knight build with the Eldritch Knight. Probably do like two-handed fighter with a scythe and a couple levels of wizard, of course. Focus on necromancy spells and summoning skeletons. It'll be a cleave build with charisma, of course, because I'm assuming when you become a lich, because undead use charisma for their constitution. So I assume when you become a lich, you use charisma, so I can still do my charisma-based build, ignore constitution in the beginning, and go that path.
Deal with it.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I'm a big fan of like Death Knight type builds. Really looking forward to it. I am split about my Angel playthrough. There's two different characters. They're both paladins that I'm split about doing for that one. And then we do the Stone Lord Paladin, which is the dwarf-specific paladin, or the Warrior of the Holy Light Paladin. I can almost hit him. I'm going to put him in a little bit of danger. I don't like him being over here like this, but I think it'll be fine. Nope, can't do that. Oh, I messed up. Messed up twice. Okay. I guess we're gonna do haste. That's what I get for not paying attention. It can, but I want to do the Paladin, just because it's more thematic. And I think Warrior of the Holy Light makes more sense. So if I do the Stone Lord Paladin, I want him to worship Torag. And the Warrior of the Holy Light, I think, would be a good Iomedae build, since, Iomedae is a important part of the story. Or at least comes up a lot. Alright, let's get to work. Can't attack this guy. Maybe I can't see him. He's standing right there? Okay, well. Fine, we'll do it this way.
Well done.
I can't give too much away because I want to spoil my current playthrough, but really, you can counter that. That's right, they've done that before. I was upset that it happened last time. Well, fine, we'll do this then.
More.
Yeah, for Trickster, I want to do the I think it's called Imitator. It's one of the Slayer classes. It's the one that can use the stances from other classes, so it can rage, use defensive stance, and stuff like that. I think it really fits like the Trickster aspect. How do I want to handle this? The few things. Actually, you know what? Do this. Bear's gonna take a hit. Bear's probably gonna die if I do that. Maybe I can do it a little different. It won't do that at all. What else do we got? This actually isn't bad. I'm really excited for all my future playthroughs, though. I mean, once this Let's Play is done, I'm going to start streaming it a ton. Let's Plays just tend to take longer than streams because I read everything and super thorough.
That's battle!
I have plans for the Scald as well. Won't be my Lich, but it will be one of my classes. Actually, I have a list written down here somewhere. Yeah, I have a few. I know all the mythic paths. Just drops onto my keyboard. A piece of plastic. Huh. Yeah, so what I might end up doing is swapping out. So without going into detail which mythic path is for which class, you can probably guess based on the classes. I have an Armorager into a Hell Knight, I have a Blood Rager into a potential Dragon Disciple, War Priest, Imitator, Scald, a Student of Stone, potentially, that might get swapped out for a different class. Eldritch Knight, Crusader, which also might get swapped out for a different class, and Stone Lord Paladin, which might get swapped out for the Warrior Calling Light Paladin.
Try again!
That was a lucky hit.
I'm actually going to start with Tricks. I think Tricks is going to be my next playthrough, just because it's probably my least favorite option out of the mythic paths. And so I want to start with like what I think is going to be like, my least favorite, and work my way through all of the better ones. So I'm more encouraged for multiple playthroughs, or more enthusiastic about it. But it's also a very long game, so we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I've got big plans.
Oh, truly formidable.
I might end up getting fatigued on the game. I hope not. But there's always a chance. Wait, was he stunned? Oh, no, wait, what? Legendary action, that's right. I probably don't need to use Smite to kill this guy.
Death claims you.
Yeah, I need to go through all of my games. I have, was it 1,600 games on my wish list? So when there's a sale, I have a lot I have to dig through.
Only the last blow.
There's a few games I have my eye on. Mostly turn-based CRPG games, TRPGs, things like that. But also games like Cyberpunk I haven't picked up yet.
Again, harder.
Might get the Skyrim Anniversary Edition. It adds all that new content. When I eventually do a Let's Play of the Elder Scrolls games. But yeah, I mean, all these other playthroughs will get in the way of Let's Plays. It's gonna be all stream stuff. Alright, let's do this again. Oh, great, use reckless attack.
That.
Yeah, I mean, I'm already resigned. I know that I'm not going to ever play all the games that I want to play. There's just too many.
Whoa! No quarter given.
Not bad. Still a relatively new game, and despite, you know, all the complaints when it came out, I mean, I'm sure it's still like a good game. It's just not what everyone expected it to be. Which honestly, I don't think it was ever going to be what everyone expected it to be.
Well struck.
Yeah, I'm wondering how it's going to run on my computer. I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean, I meet the requirements, so.
That's battle.
I love countering their counter spells. Man, I think I countered shield though, didn't I? Ah, let me scroll up. Yeah, I just countered spell.
One less enemy.
Yeah, man, I'm super excited about that. Honestly, never thought it was gonna happen. I even made a post on a community post about it as soon as I found out. Because it's supposed to be a trilogy initially, and then it never happened. I don't actually know why it never happened. I don't know the history of the game or anything. I'm really excited that it's finally happening.
Lucky? Perhaps.
And Titus is supposed to be a Primaris, which, yeah, but still excited. Like, I'm glad they're keeping it like in canon with the the current lore. It was really fun, yeah. It was a great third-person action game. Like, especially when you had, I wish you had the jetpack more in the game though, because like between the jetpack and like the Thunderhammer, it just was a power trip. And the story wasn't bad either. I mean, it's pretty typical of like a Warhammer 40k game. You have like the Inquisition sucking, you've got Space Marines being Space Marines, the Imperial Guard needing Space Marines. It's a pretty generic 40k story, but
Next time.
it's still fun. I feel like it really captured like the essence of 40k, like the scale, just how massive everything was around you.
That did not feel like we surprised them.
Because we didn't. This was a trap.
Yep. Carefully set up to kill us. Well, you, I guess.
Halman Summer?
He said the intelligence wasn't certain.
The antiquarian? He told you about this place?
He's a traitor. A Sorak in disguise?
Or just one of their agents?
Anyone checked him for a tattoo? There's only one way to know for sure.
Let's go back to Caer Kiflin.
Oh, I know. I know the marketing reason behind it. Yeah, I don't really know how I feel about the Primaris because I don't do minis. But I will say I was tempted to buy the Silent King mini or model. But then I grab all these plants. Oh, do they? I assume that they were like straight up replacements, like you couldn't play them both. I guess in like a sanctioned tournament. I mean, they're supposed to in the lore too, like they're supposed to be just better. I don't like... So I do not like what they did with the Space Wolves in the Primaris. Because one of the Space Wolves shticks was that they couldn't have successor chapters. Because of the curse of the Wolfen. But supposedly the Primaris stuff fixed that curse, and I think they made a successor chapter out of like nothing but Primaris for the Space Wolves. And I like that little bit of lore for the Space Wolves that they didn't have, like they couldn't have a successor chapter. They tried it once and didn't go very well. It's a darn shame. I was hoping with the Silent King coming back, the Necrons would really pick up in popularity, which I'm sure they did, because Necrons are one of my favorites. I mean, I like Space Marines too. I think everybody has at least one favorite Space Marine chapter. And then, yeah, Orcs, Necrons, and Space Wolves. Those are my jam. If I did get into tabletop, I'd start with Orcs. Or maybe Necrons, because they're probably a lot easier to paint.
What is all this?
Is that the army? In the city?
Let's find Summer.
I'd prefer to find Karen first.
I have to check on someone. I'll catch you later.
Check on who? I thought he had no friends left.
His brewer, maybe?
Yeah, Eldar are one of my favorite armies in Dawn of War. Like, their models are so cool. The Dark Reapers.
Robar? You've been drafted?
Don't be ridiculous. I enlisted. Gets me the rank I deserve, finally.
Captain? That's even higher than Beryl Stonebeard.
I'd rather forget that time, fighting Sorax in that hellhole Kerlem.
Is war really better?
Well, Galavan's armies are honest foes. Flesh, blood, and steel.
If you say so.
Be safe, Robar.
You too.
Yeah, it's like the Imperial Guard, but not as much as the other ones. I mean, really, I think I like every faction to some degree. Can I interact? Looks like I can. Alright, what do I need to do? I have to go talk to Almond Summer.
Greetings, Master Martel. Have you seen Lord Caron recently?
Not since the conscription.
Conscription? Is that what's happening?
I know, it's been in the air, but now... Rumor has it that Galavan's armies are massing at the eastern border.
Galavan? Why?
Ask your friends on the council. They were supposed to keep the peace.
I think my favorite Eldar unit, it's not even in the Silent Dawn of War, the Shining Spears. I always thought they look super cool. But I'm a big fan of like cavalry as well.
Oh, hello.
Headlong Surespell. What a surprise.
I was looking for your acquaintance, Halman Summer.
Oh, him. We were looking for him too.
I'm afraid he's gone.
Isn't everybody leaving?
The Antiquarians and the other Snow Alliance people are pulling out. The Antiquarians are still packing up, though.
He sent us to investigate a lead.
Or rather, sent us into a trap.
I'm not surprised. We had eyes on him, but we lost him.
Is he that good?
Or he had help. Magical.
Sorax?
Who knows?
What triggered all this?
You should really get to the council. They'll tell you everything.
No, but the only two models I've ever been tempted to actually buy are the Silent King that was recently released or a Lehman Russ model. Because Russ is my favorite Primarch. Despite how he's often written.
In Mareki's name, you're here.
What is happening?
The whole delegation from the Tower of Knowledge. They were poisoned.
Poisoned? How many died?
All of them. 30-something. But that's not the point. After Dean Fazek accused the Council of favoritism toward the Principality for keeping the crown in Caer Kiflin.
At the Temple of Aenar, which is not affiliated with the Principality.
I know that, of course. Yet soon after, we all ate at the same table. But the Tower delegates died in their sleep. Of course, Galavan took it as an attack by the Principality.
But that's why the Tower's on the Council, and not Galavan's government, to avoid exactly that.
You think I don't know that? This is real politics, my friends. Diplomacy is dead.
So the Legacy Council was a sham all along?
No. It was a real, honest effort to maintain peace.
And it failed.
We're not at war yet.
But Gallivant's massing troops at the border.
Bad news really does travel fast. Anyway, pressure is growing for the princess to intervene.
Her? How?
Not as member of the council, as head of state. But tell me,
Yeah, I've seen it.
where were
Not
you
the
now that your
tank.
quest is, well,
Chasing the Sorax and their pawns.
Unsuccessfully.
Halman Summer might have been one of them.
what? The man was... I mean, I dined at his mansion recently.
Where?
Where what?
A mansion? He told us he lived at the Snow Alliance Embassy.
No, his family has a mansion in town. Oddly, it's right next door to the Circle of Danantar's headquarters.
We need to go there.
I might need you when you're done with this errand.
Yeah, the Eldar and the Necrons both have I think, a really good story. And the Orcs, too. Since they're all involved with the war in heaven. Yeah, I really like how they fleshed out the Necrons a lot recently. When they used to be just, you know, Terminators in space, but now they've got personalities, and it's really cool. I mean, as a fan of the old Necrons, but I'm an even bigger fan of the new Crons. I forgot where this is at. Of course. Yeah, what I really want is a model of Lehman Russ breaking Magnus's back over his knee. That's so cool. Because Magnus should be stronger because he's the most powerful psyker in the galaxy.
Is this the place?
Most powerful human
I don't see
psyker.
a sign or a coat of arms or
Besides
anything.
the Emperor.
Oh, not bad for a secret home.
And close to official buildings. Who would suspect anything?
Let's go around. Maybe find a window and get inside.
We should obtain a warrant.
We're past that, don't you think?
Since I intend to kill him, I believe we are. Come on. They're all preparing for war. No one's paying attention.
Now, despite that, I do like Magnus. He's one of my favorite. I probably have him just below Perturabo as my favorite traitor Primarch. Because Magnus was trying to do good. Everything he did, he was trying to do the right thing. It just didn't work out for him every time he tried to do something.
This place is insane.
Truly a den of madness. Einar protect us all. In the middle of Caer Kiflin. How could they?
Dissimulation is their creed. This ends now. Let's kill them all. Maybe they have the gems.
Yeah, I know. Otherwise, the Space Wolves would have been absolutely thrashed. I feel like, though, that Magnus, being as powerful as he was, should have been able to overcome that. Because, I mean, if the Psykers were hindered, then so would Lehman Russ. Because, I mean, Primarchs are made out of warp juice, so...
Hey, I've seen this man at the Gravekeep's cask.
They're all from town.
Corrupted by the Sorax.
For years, maybe. They were preparing.
There's a ton of paperwork here. A lot's been burned, though.
No sign of the gems.
Look at this. A map of the Badlands.
What are these places?
Everywhere we've been, and some other places.
The gems. All 8 of them.
And this?
Probably the location of the rift. It's in the Air Alai, the heart of Manicalan, where the capital was.
There's a whole book of names here.
Some are marked converted, some resilient, and some prospects.
We must take this to the authorities.
There'll be civil war if we do. People will kill their neighbors.
War is coming, whatever we do.
I mean, the same could be said for most of the Primarchs. That's kind of their whole shtick. The only one that probably wasn't arrogant was Conrad Kurz, and I guess Vulcan and the Khan. Sanguinius as well. Oh yeah, absolutely. Now in his defense, the Emperor didn't tell him, everything he knew about the warp, which probably would have helped, considering Tzeentch was manipulating Magnus and the Thousand Sons from the beginning. Had he had some warning, some communication, maybe things would have turned out different.
Lord Karen.
This isn't a good time.
Indeed. And we have proof of an imminent Sorak attack.
Surely you exaggerate.
Here. A list of all those under or soon to be under Sorak influence.
What? Where did you find this?
Halman Summers' mansion. He was one of them.
I can't believe it. All this time.
There's more. Everything suggests that the Soraks have the missing gems. They had a map showing everywhere we found gems, plus 2 other places.
Maraiki's mercy. We must convene the council, but this really isn't the best time.
Gallivan, eh? How's it going?
All the city's clerics are working to resurrect the victims. I hope it's enough.
More than 30? That's a lot of diamonds. And clerics.
We didn't really have a choice. The Crown is going to pay.
What?
The envoy from Gallivan was adamant. The princess took command of the situation and told him Masgarth would pay to resurrect their people.
So why the troops at the border?
Let's call it an incentive.
Well, everything should be fine then. The Principality resurrects the poison victims, Gallivan withdraws its troops.
Let's hope so. We don't have any idea who's behind this, though your little book of secrets here might help us with that.
So, the Principality is still drafting soldiers?
To defend the city. The army left for the border as soon as we heard about the threat.
So much for confidence.
Smiles work better if you have a sword at your side.
Don't tell me you're resurrecting Fasek. How much is that? 1,000 gold pieces?
I know what you're going to say, so don't.
And someone must pray for his soul. Imagine that.
Marshal Sunblaze is taking care of the senior delegates personally.
Wait a minute. Where is this happening?
In the Temple of Einar. You've been in their dispensary. Wait. You don't... They died.
You think they'd stop at that?
More than 30 possible traitors in the most protected temple in the Principality.
Close to the crown of the Magister?
No. No, no, no!
What are we waiting for?
Well, he did try to fix Angron, but he couldn't remove the nails, which doesn't make sense because it's hinted that he could have fixed Ferrus Manus, which... I don't know. Maybe it was like more of a psyche thing instead of like a physical ailment. See, that's where I like the older lore, where the Emperor wasn't as, I guess, distant, because he was still human. Like the old lore where he didn't want to kill Horus because he was his son, so he hesitated. It wasn't until he killed Olennius Pius that he acted. He's like, alright, he's not redeemable, and then he obliterated him. So like, I like to think that he actually cares about the Primarchs and his sons, because he's human. He's supposed to be the epitome of humanity. So he should be emotional. I know the speculation that he wanted to, like, the heresy was part of him wanting to become a god, stuff like that, so. So he saw what was going to happen, he'd be interred on the throne, people would worship him, and he would become more powerful. which has happened because everyone worships him, but...
Marshal!
Greetings, friends.
Where are the delegates?
In the dispensary. What's going on?
Are you all right?
I just cast a resurrection spell. Forgive me. It is rather draining. Wait!
Let's hit Kurz, though. I mean, how do you not know Kurz is going to be a problem?
All right, everybody. We know who you are.
Which, at one point, in one of the books, I don't remember which one it was, the Emperor did say that he wanted to speak to Kurz in person to help. That was going to help him. But I think it was too little, too late at that point. I think they're all melee. I'm just gonna rush him down. Not gonna wait. Yeah, the whole Angron situation could have been handled better. He could have teleported down there and saved Angron and his men, or just let Angron die or fight it out. I mean, he's gonna conquer the planet anyway, so why not just go and do it while there are people fighting the current rulers of the planet? Because they're Xenos, like, they're not gonna let them stick around. Yeah, but I thought he wanted to further talk to him. But there was, like, he said to, like, come to him or something like that. Don't remember it super well.
That's battle.
Be enough to out. Nope, I'll get another attack. Oh man, what a jerk. All right, let's see.
Not bad, eh?
Oh yeah. And see, I think Kurz knew that all along. That's why he was the way that he was.
Yeah! More coming your way. Whoa!
Again, harder. Keep them coming.
Of course, roll a 20 on the last hit. Happens a lot. Or I'm just remembering it happening a lot. It doesn't happen as much as I actually think. Yeah, and I think he knew like when he was gonna die, and I think that's why he initially went mad, but he got worse. Didn't he get worse after that revelation with the Emperor? But no, he's definitely always... I'll counter that, why not?
Vienna. Sorak agents in the temple.
Where's the crown?
Take this key. I can't run. Follow the light.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, I forgot about his fight with Dorn. He fought a lot of Primarch. Did he fight the most Primarchs? He fought Vulcan, he fought Sanguinius, Guilliman, the Lion, Korax, right? Yeah, they fought at one point. He fought Dorn. Am I missing anybody? He held his own too. Like he was because again he knew he was gonna die, so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he fought the most Primarchs out of all the other Primarchs. It's pretty crazy. He held his own in most of them. I mean, I think the Lion ran him through with his sword once. Vulcan messed him up a couple of times. I think Korax won. I don't think Korax has lost to any other Primarch. I don't need to use that. I think we'll be fine.
There! It's gone.
Here, a secret passage.
In the middle of the temple?
How did they miss that?
Doesn't matter now.
This is
Yeah, I was thinking of
ancient,
actual duels,
from
though.
the first centuries after
But
the
yeah,
cataclysm.
you did fight both them at the same time.
No time for a history lesson.
They went this way.
Actually, my favorite fight scene with Kurz is when he fought the Hearthguard, the Space Wolves that were stationed with Guilliman.
The city's Imperial Gate. They're here. They're trying to get away with the crown.
Protector.
We failed. They got away with it.
You're just sitting down about it. Okay.
They must not destroy the gate!
There's too many of them.
Come on, fight!
Oh, he ran away? I don't think I knew that.
The princess?
Come on, old lady. Time to show off.
One day, Arwen Merton. Don't look at me like that.
Your Royal Highness.
Thank you is what you're looking for.
Thank you.
They took the crown.
Is this evil god coming?
I suppose that's their plan. Can we follow them?
There's
Yeah.
no way to know where they're gone. There are so many gates.
Close to the
I thought
rift,
Korax beat Kurz.
where it all began. No one knows
I
exactly
know Kurz
where
was
the
jealous of
rift was.
Korax.
In the Air Alai, near the capital of Manacalon. But it's a vast area.
They must have scouted it and found a teleporter nearby.
So we're doomed.
We're under attack!
What's going on?
Sleeper agents! Everywhere in the city!
Are they so powerful, the Sor Akath?
Your Royal Highness, we found this in Halman Summer's chambers. magically concealed.
Let's get back
Do
and
you
read
have
that
any
again, then.
ideas?
I remember the situation,
This is
I
Sunset
don't remember
Peak,
the outcome.
South of Erelai. I recognize this tower. Or what's left of it. There's a gate not too far away. But who knows how the place looks like now.
We're running out of time. If there's a chance to stop them, they don't stand a chance against you.
Alas, I cannot go into the Badlands.
What? Why?
Long story short, it would kill me faster than any dark god. There's no time to explain. You have to trust me. Only you can save Solasta now.
Us? What about all your heroes and all?
Marshal Sunblaze is weakened from casting resurrection spells, and so are most of his clerics.
Oh, they planned this as well, didn't they?
All my best fighters and spellblades are on the border, and Protector Keen is not what she used to be.
Merton, you coming?
He's staying with me. Caer Kiflin is on fire. Its streets full of Sorak pawns on a murder spree. The crown needs you. I felt it from the beginning. Kasanax's spirit calls for you to save him from the darkness.
The Magister? You knew him?
You're too curious for your own good.
So, Merton's staying.
Can't say no to a princess. Especially that one.
Fine then.
I can only give you a few trinkets to help you in your endeavor. Oh, and my blessing.
Serving you is the greatest honor, Your Royal Highness.
That's more than enough, Princess. We'll do your dirty work. To think that you knew the Magister. I have so many questions.
Einar will be with us, Your Royal Highness.
You should rest and prepare yourselves.
Sleep? Now? There's no time.
You really should start admitting that you don't know everything. Rest now. Time will wait for you, I promise. I will speak the words that will activate the gate to Sunset Peak. When you are ready, step onto the gate and fulfill your destiny.
Yeah, I think they need that reminder too. Korax gets treated very well by riders.
Did she just stop time? This is unnatural.
I won't be able to sleep now.
You know what's at stake. We'll need to be ready for anything.
I can't really think of any flaws that Korax has. Besides, you know, losing to Kurz the one time and and that's really it. I mean, what else has he done? I guess the Alpha Legion infiltrated his Legion and sabotaged his project, but... Yeah, but then Sanguinius did a stupid and launched him out into space, which was not smart. I don't know, that's one downside to trying to write Primarchs. They're supposed to be transhuman, like so far beyond our ability to comprehend, but we have, you know, us trying to write them. And that's where a lot of the problems come from. That's why I like... And then it's different authors also, writing all these different books about different Primarchs, or the same Primarch. That's why we have such inconsistencies between Primarchs. Wait a second. Oh, I didn't turn in this quest, did I? I guess it didn't really matter. I don't really need the item, so I guess it's not a big deal. Whoopsies. Yeah, never turn in this quest. Is this better than 1 to 8 plus 1? Is it one-handed? It is. 1 to 8 plus 1. Okay, it's actually not that much better. How about this? 1 to 6 plus 2. Alright, so it's not... Okay. That is a plus 2 as well. Alright, let's go. Alright, one side quest not turned in. We did the side quest. We did the fight. I guess that's all that matters. Yeah, power and like their personalities.
Look at that. The heart of the Badlands. Almost the epicenter of the cataclysm.
There's nothing left of the old empire.
All right, people, we're not here for the view.
This wind. It's not natural. It's a mana wind. We can't use magic to get across.
So, falling would be a bad idea then.
We've been through worse.
Like, I think some of them have benefited from the Horse Heresy novels, like, the Khan. He's definitely benefited. Because, I mean, I don't think the White Scars had much written about them before Horse Heresy anyway.
Watch out! What kind of creature lives in a place like this?
You got it. Fire spiders.
And one fire elemental.
A telling blow. Yeah!
I really like the. I mean, I think the first 3 novels are also really good. I enjoyed Fulgrim as well. I'm gonna try not to use too many of my resources here because I don't know if we get a long rest. I assume we get a long rest before the final fight, but I don't actually remember. I'm gonna take it a little slow here. Yeah, I should have to smite. Doing plenty of damage. Take a little bit in return, but I know that we have at least one more fight before the final fight. And I don't want to burn through all my resources during this fight.
Deal with it.
No quarter given.
Good job. But speaking of 40k books, they released a book called Wolf Time, and it didn't have Lehman Russ in it. What a load of malarkey.
A modest success.
I think he was hinted at one point, but that's such a tease, man.
Lucky? Perhaps.
It wasn't oversight. I mean, they knew what they were doing. 100%. Still disappointed though, especially with like the whole Yellow King storyline they've got going on right now. It would be the perfect time to bring back Lehman Russ.
Fortune is fickle.
And Lehman Russ is considered one of the dauntless few by Gulliman, who's already back, so he's paired with them. They according to Gulliman, be able to win any conflict. He has Wolfsbane. Unless I'm forgetting another one.
I trained hard for this.
Is Wolfsbane? I think Wolfsbane is the one where he has the dream where he talks to himself. If he was raised on Terra, right? Or am I getting that mixed up with another Russ boat? That's a lot to keep up with. I don't know. Oh, whoops! I meant to attack again. Oh well.
You like that?
Yeah, Wolfsbane is the one where he goes after Horus.
That's battle!
Keep them coming!
Alright, so I think that's the one where he talks to himself in a dream sequence. I'm trying to remember, trying to get all the books in order.
Yes! Take that! Wah! Ah!
Again, harder!
It's a weird fight, so I'm not using any of my resources to do it besides one of my barbarians' rages. Took much more damage than I was expecting to.
Over there. Sorax.
They don't need to hide here. They're not paying any attention to us. What are they doing?
Dropping gigantic bones into lava.
Why?
They're not just any bones. Those are dragon bones.
How many dragons died here? Remember what the princess said. This place is deadly to them.
There's no other way. We need to get up there.
Without being shot at, preferably.
I think the Great Wolf is the one that goes into detail between Lionel Johnson and the Russ's
What strength?
feud. Whoops, he's still on fire. Go.
Clearly, you have trained well.
Clumsy idiot!
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty petty, all things considered.
Whoa!
Oh wow,
Bleed.
just one shot that guy. Awesome.
You have them now.
Yeah, they're my two favorite loyalist legions, and so I like that they have their little rivalry as well. Favorite traitor legions are the Iron Warriors and Thousand Sons. I like all the Primarchs that don't like Russ. Also, wasn't paying attention to hit my own character with a fireball. Whoopsies.
You die like the rest.
In my defense, it's really easy not to pay attention. Oh yeah, I have was it powerful cantrips? Oh no, misclicked. Oh man. Alright, we'll dash him over here. May shouldn't survive this turn anyway. I think Purdy's really cool, and one of my favorite segments from the Horus Heresy. So I don't know if you've read Angel Exterminatus, but there's a scene in Angel Exterminatus where Fulgrim has betrayed Perturabo and is
More coming your
stealing
way.
his essence. In short,
More dragon bones?
That's really
sorry, I
what
don't want
they
to
were
interrupt
doing.
the
Cleaning up the
cutscene.
place. They were destroying the bones.
How do you know?
The bones are a threat to them.
I don't follow.
These are the remains of the Masters of the Arcaneum.
Dragons? All of them?
The Master of Abjuration was no exception. They were all dragons. Even the Magister. And his bones are among those.
I thought I felt something, but
Definitely.
we need to search the bones.
Fulgrim was stealing his essence to ascend to demonhood. And, but Perturabo, despite having his power being stolen from him, was still powerful enough to put up a fight against Fulgrim. And Fulgrim says something along the lines of, "You truly were the most powerful Elvis," or something like that. So not only is he one of the smartest Primarchs, but he's also one of the, just strongest. So that was really cool. Plus, I think he's sympathetic, putting all that hard work and not being appreciated for it. I think we can all relate to some extent. Grab that. Not that I need it. I think he's one of the more relatable Primarchs. Him and I guess Magnus. I think everybody can be a little arrogant at times too. I mean, maybe he's trying to do the right thing. Oh yeah, it's absolutely weak to betray your entire species like that. It's not a good reason for that, but I understand where he's coming from. I've never, elected to participate in a civil war because I felt like I wasn't being appreciated. But which makes even less sense because I'm pretty sure he had a relatively stable upbringing on Olympia. He was just petty the entire time. But he was also cursed in that he always saw the Eye of Terror since he was a child.
It calls to me.
Let me touch my crown.
Did you hear that?
I did.
He wants to touch the crown.
The tooth. Just one little tooth.
That's why the Sorax want to destroy the bones.
What will happen if we succeed?
Let me touch
Well, yeah, he purged half of them when he first
There's only one way to
got
find
control
out.
of his legion. Yeah, he was definitely a jerk. I feel like he was doomed to fall to chaos no matter what because the Eye of Terror always had its, quote, eye on him. I don't know if that's the case. It's speculation that he had the power to see what was broken, and since the Eye of Terror is a tear in the material universe, he could see it because of that. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't think that it hasn't been confirmed or anything. That's a current fan theory. What's he doing? Bring up? Okay. I still like him as a Primarch. He's pretty cool, super smart, and again, potentially the strongest of the Primarchs. Also the only demon Primarch we don't know what he looks like. I know he's been described as a demon Primarch in one book, but I think it was relatively vague. Who was he talking to? He may have been talking to Abaddon. I don't remember. But I'm really excited to see what they do with them. Hopefully, I don't know, it'd be cool if he just didn't fall to chaos. Like if he was just like a dude in a big old suit of armor. Because Magnus's wound, I think it's still affecting him. So it'd be cool if he's like constantly building like a machine or like a power armor that is keeping him alive because of Fulgrim's betrayal. They had to keep adding to it. I don't know, like basically it's using the warp to keep him alive. So he hasn't actually fallen to chaos, but he has because he's using the warp and that power to keep himself alive through his suit, because otherwise he would die. Yeah, he's really interesting. He's this weird void in the lore right now because no one really knows. People want him to come back as like a full-on fortress, like he put his soul in a fortress. Or something like that. Like he comes back as like a tank or something. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what they do with him. I hope we find out before, at least before I die, you know? So. But they have some options and I hope they don't botch it. Like, what has he been up to for the past 10,000 years? Oh, we don't know. He's built himself into a fortress. Alright, but that's gonna do it for the stream tonight. I'm gonna hop off. There will not be a stream tomorrow. I won't stream again until Monday, because tomorrow I have a family thing. And yeah, we'll pick up. We'll probably finish the game next time, and then we'll jump back into Titan Quest, the new expansion. And then probably Battletech after that. Seems like a good course. I might even do Dawn of War. I've been debating doing a stream for Dark Crusade and then Soulstorm. But we'll see. See how I'm feeling after Titan Quest. Either way, take care, everybody. Stay safe. Have a good holiday, and I'll catch you guys on the other side of the weekend, not of life. Take care, man. Have fun with your family.